Good morning. Know Nothing Cook coming to you from the Know Nothing kitchen. I don't know nothings here. Anyways, I mentioned this before. Look what I found. This thing has to be minimum 35 years old. In fact, it was kind of faded. I filled it in and I think I got everything right. Sure looks it. It's a cheesecake recipe. And where this came from, I'm not really sure if it came from my grandmother or an aunt but I remember it was with me and my cousin. We tried making it. Why I didn't continue, I don't know, because I was not a big cheesecake fan and fan of dessert fan. I just like my aunt's baked pies and my mother's Christmas cookies. So in here we have, it says Biscotti, and it looked like it's 8 ounces, so I bought a box of Biscottis here, apricot almond. We're going to grind them up in there. 3/4 of a cup of butter, melt it. But when I did the other one, I didn't really melt it, so I'll probably melt it because it says melted here. And we're gonna pack it in the after it gets solid. We're gonna pack it in the pan. We're gonna bake it at 350 degrees, I think, for 15 minutes. Minutes. And that's going to make it golden brown, but it's just going to be on the bottom. I don't think it goes up to the sides. And my daughter says, "Dad, let's do this because it sounds Italian because of the biscotti, and it's a smaller one." And then the cream cheese. There's only 2 cream cheeses instead of, I think I did 4 before. Then we're going to have 4 jumbo eggs. We're going to use a cup of ricotta cheese, and I think that's where the Italian came from. 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 2/3 of a cup of heavy cream, and then there's also 2 cups of mango. And maybe this is why I stopped, because when we were young, mangoes, I don't know why, but when we heard the word mango, it was a green pepper. And that's only about 20-25 years now that I've learned and educated that mangoes are mangoes, not green peppers. And maybe that's what I did. I put in green peppers in there and it was terrible. And then we're gonna whip it until smooth. We're gonna bake it at, I believe looks like it's 375 for an hour and a half. 70 minutes. And then here what we did, we should dome it with aluminum foil, but we're going to go with the water because we know that's the way to go. I think before they came up with water, we used to dome the pie with or the cake rather, with aluminum foil to keep it moist. I think we're going to break away from that and not do the foil, because it says remove foil, dome for 25 minutes, remove foil 35 to 40, then place foil back on for the last 5 minutes. I don't think you should be opening and closing a door when you're doing a cake. So even a cheesecake. So there's a flaw in this, and that's probably what happened. Well, let's get started. I'm gonna grate that and we'll get going. Okay, I only used a 1/2 cup of butter. I decided not to melt the butter, to put it in patties. I liked what it did at the last time I did this, last time I made the cheesecake. So when I did it, this is what it looks like. See how crumbly it is? Now we're going to take that and we're going to line just the bottom of the spring-loaded cheesecake pan, which is over there. And I don't have any grease, so I'm going to probably spray it with ham. Sorry. And we'll do that. We're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes to get it nice and toasty. And in the meantime, we'll start the recipe and we'll show you that. Okay, that's what it looks like after 15 minutes. It's cooled. See how it's got a nice little brown there, I guess. And now we're coming over here and we have 1 cup of ricotta cheese and 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. We're going to start, we're going to whip that, and while that's whipping, here let me have a little, I'm using mango, so if you're ever going with the mango, if you ever, okay, moving right along, we're going to add some milk and the sugar. The eggs, I like to add the eggs one at a time. I don't know if it matters with this. I know with the custard it did. 2, 3, 4, and the rest. So now, oh, what I wanted to tell you, when I did the crust, here comes the mango juice. We don't have Crisco, so I did our next best thing. Oh boy. Okay, I can end this. Let me end this. Okay, we're doing this smooth on high speed. That looks pretty smooth. Now, let me tell you what I did here on the pie crust. We don't have Crisco in this house. Maybe because we don't use it. So what I did is I had the coconut oil. So I lined the bottom with the coconut oil. And then before I add this, I'm going to probably add the coconut oil to the side. Is that what this is? Coconut oil, correct? We went through this before. And then I'll pour that in there. Okay? You know, following me must be a real treat. Because I know when I make these things, I'm making too many changes. Sometimes I have a problem following it myself. But here we go. This took a little bit longer than I had hoped, but that's because of the mango. And I think I'm gonna happy that I made mango. I don't think we used mango from that recipe that I pulled. I can't actually remember, to be totally honest with you there. I'm kind of confused myself. But now we have the oven still at 350. We put in a big bowl of water. And we're not going to dome this, just because I think that's the old way of doing it. So we're going to do this in a modern way, because that was real good. We got it at 350. We're going to put it in there for an hour to an hour and 5 minutes. Then we'll check it. Same way I checked the last time. And we'll see how it goes. Remember now, you have to have the water. You can also like put aluminum foil around the pan like this and put it right in a pot filled with water when you're cooking it in there, or a baking dish. And it has to cool for a minimum 4 to 6 hours out, and then you got to cool it another 8 hours overnight. Don't forget that, because this is a busy weekend. I want to make sure I say everything to you. But this one's a new version, and hopefully that it's going to work out. And this will be another one, and we'll just let you go. I'm baffled. it is. There it is. Doo-doo. 1 hour. Boy, that was a fast hour. That flew by. Let's see how it looks. It's got a big crack. I don't know. It's got cracks in it. It's wobbly. We're going to take it out. And we're going to put it on a rack. It's wobbly. If I remember correctly, the last one we did was wobbly, wasn't it? So that might be a good sign. Back off. Okay, let me get the video over here. Here, let's do this. Okay, there it is. It's got some cracks like I guess it's supposed to. It looks like it's a little bit brown on the ends. But this is different. We'll let you know. That's the end result. Time to let it cool. What I want to say, and then I hope the video, in case I don't, this weekend's going to get a little hectic. Topping for that cheesecake is going to be a lemon basil topping. And we're going to use a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of water. Though I have the lemons, I bought lemons, a 1/4 cup of fresh lemon, squeezed lemon, and this basil. Remember I said I didn't want to use this basil, I had plans for it? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretty much do all this basil that's in this plant here. And it's probably going to come out to close to a cup, 3/4 of a cup, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. That's it. And then we'll put the water, sugar, and lemon together on the stove, and we'll heat it up and till it dissolves and becomes, what did I call that again before? Like a glaze, but it's not going to be a glaze. It's going to be more wet. Then we're going to, no. The lemon doesn't go in on the stove. After it dissolves, we're going to put the water and sugar on the stove till it dissolves. Put it in the blender. Blend it with the lemon juice and the basil. And then when it's done, if you want to strain the basil out, you can. If not, you can leave the little bits of basil because it's going to look nice on the cheesecake. Anyway, that was that. Later.